What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our Sword Art Online video. I'm not specifying which game because we're going to be going over the news for both mobile games that I talk about on the channel. Variant Showdown, which will be the new mobile game coming out here in a few months, or within a few months, and then Unleashed Blading, which I already cover on the channel. So, really quickly, there wasn't anything like too huge for both games. But there was a producer's video for Variant Showdown, like a 7-minute video, so we'll quickly go through that. But first, I want to go over the Unleashed Blading thing, because that's the least amount of information. All they did was show artwork of a new unit that's going to be added to the game in the near future. They didn't give us a date, so I'm guessing it's not going to be the next banner. But we are getting a Halloween Adis. You can see her right here. Very, very cool. So this is all they show. They don't normally when it's going to be an upcoming banner, they'll have the dates here on the image, and then they'll show what the character actually does. So this tells me that this Adis is probably at least 1 or 2 banners away. I still think we're probably going to get a couple more progressive banners before we move on to other stuff. So I'm going to guess that this Adis is possibly going to be a limited unit for sometime maybe early next month, but just if you're an Adis collector, like you specifically want to make sure you have every Adis, just be aware this is going to be on the horizon somewhere. The text here, like the text boxes, are kind of red, so you would think that this might be a fire unit, but I don't know if we should rely on that because we don't have any other images to kind of go by. But I don't expect she's going to be fire because we just had 2 fire banners, so unless she literally is going to be the next banner and just for whatever reason they didn't have stuff ready to show that, I guess they could do a 3rd fire banner. But they usually only do that when they do like a double character banner and then a single character banner after that. Plus, like I said, I still think we're going to get some movie units, a few more. At least 1 more, I feel like. I feel like at least we've seen Mito, obviously, in the trailers. So I think Mito is at least probably going to get another unit since she still only has 1 unit from last year. And they did also talk about in the live stream that the movie units from last year are actually going to be getting EX upgrades, which is really interesting because they're not that old of units. They're only about a year old, where there are units a lot older that still don't have their EX upgrades, but, it makes them better units, so that's cool. It actually would have been good if they just did that now. Like, what are we waiting for? Because you can use them during the current event. It'd be very useful. Oh well, whatever. Hopefully the update comes for those EX upgrades before the current ranking goes away, so people can actually make use of the Kirito, Asuna, and Mito from last year. Okay, so now let's move over to the Variant Showdown stuff. I'm not going to actually play the video. We're just going to kind of scroll through things. We'll just scroll through all the information they kind of have here. Pre-registration is now open. If you weren't aware, you can now pre-register on Apple, and obviously it's an Apple and Android game. It's a mobile game, so you can pre-register on there. You just type in Sword Art Online, and you probably have to scroll down a bit to find it. You might not have to scroll down anymore, but when it first went live, it was kind of harder to find. Scenario, this is basically what today's topics in the video are. Pre-registration, scenario introduction, and then they did a special stage with this is the artist who's singing the opening song. Okay, so yeah, the pre-registration will start. Yep, pre-registration is now live. They're also asking what the release date is, but they can't reveal it at this time. But we do know you can get a loose understanding of when a game is going to come out by looking at the Apple Store for a game, because it'll say expected by and then a certain date. So at least by the date that it says the game should be out. And from what I understand, the date on the Apple Store for this game says by December 14th. So I'm going to guess sometime in early December this game is probably going to release. Scenario introduction, they talk about the original character Layla, who's going to be in this game. So very cool there. She's basically going to fill the role that Adis fills for Unleashed Blading. First, Layla logged into Cross-Edge because she was after something. So it'll show all the information here. She logged in, yeah. Her actions are driven by something extremely important to her. She seems like a very serious character. She's also got dual daggers, which I think looks really cool. Her outfit is kind of akin to how Yuki dresses, just without the hood. But yeah, so seems like a very serious character. Like, whatever her motivation is something, she's not going to take lightly, which characters like that, like Medina, for example, usually tend to not get along with Kirito right off the bat. So I could see a similar thing happening. Weapons, dual blades with a hidden aspect. Okay, so her blades are going to have some kind of power. Very cool. Dual wielding style, different dual wielding style than Kirito's. Okay, and then this is when they showed off. I'm not going to play this because copyright reasons, but you can go ahead. I'll leave the link to this producer video down below, so you can go ahead and watch this for yourself. But most of the entire opening plays in the background when she's singing it. So you get a bit more. So you can see right here, you got like Kirito in a hospital bed. But yeah, they said they will be revealing. Yeah, and then you get Yu-Gi-Oh. So my answer from the other day. Or my question from the other day got answered. I was wondering, like, okay, what's the timeline here? How are you going to involve Yu-Gi-Oh and Yuki? And they are shown in the opening. So I'm assuming this is going to be a game-verse type situation, like the console games where, Yuki and Yu-Gi-Oh basically didn't die. So that's how they're going to be involved in the story. So they pretty much show all that, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, they're happy about having such a good song for the game. Look forward to it. And then there was also like a lot of there's also been this like fan art contest for the game as well that's kind of been going on, and then they want you to use the hashtag Steam. Oh, SAO verse team. I was reading it in a weird way. So that way they can see tweets and stuff. So I guess let them know what you're excited for with the game or what you want to see. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much our information covering both games. Obviously, for Unleashed Blading, we do have the anniversary coming up in the, early to mid-November. So we're really only going to have like another month and a half of content. Probably normal-ish content before we get into anniversary territory where everything's going to be limited. Possibly a new gimmick/mechanic. Our last gimmick/mechanic was the charge and break stacks, and of course the heal stack. So I could definitely see for the 3rd anniversary there being a new gimmick as well, so we'll have to look out for that. And then Variant Showdown, there's still probably going to be a few more streams and things where they reveal more information about the game before it actually comes out, probably in December. So we're probably less than 3 months away from this game releasing as well, which, like I mentioned the other day, I will be covering, whenever new content comes out, whenever new banner comes out. Even if I don't summon on everything, even if I'm not the best at this kind of action game, because on a phone it's going to be kind of hard to do. I'm actually working on getting a tablet here in like a week or two. So this actually might be a game that I play on a tablet. So that way I just have a bigger screen, because Variant Showdown seems like a game where you really kind of need to see more. I'll just have to see if it's going to be easy enough to kind of hold a tablet while playing a game like this. But that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.